Hello, fellow critics. Welcome back to the show. Who's excited about Godzilla vs. King Kong? I am. I love giant destructive beasts of burden. As a boy, Godzilla was a huge influential force. And I mean that. I cannot tell you how many block towers of Lego cities that I built just to needlessly destroy immediately afterwards. And as I swung through my 5th Lincoln log cabin, I would look up at the silver screen and see the big guy watching me. And I swear, our eyes would meet and he would just give me an affirming nod. Like my murderous Mufasa. King Kong, on the other hand? Meh. I mean, big monkey. Cool. I get it. I get the appeal. It's one of the few animals that you could dress up in sweet human threads. We have both Smokey and Yogi Bear respectively, but now I'm starting to digress. This episode isn't about animals that can wear human clothes, although Godzilla would be pretty cool in a blazer. But gorillas and I both share 3 things in common at least. Wild hair, big hands, and he loves women in restraints almost as much as I do. Most women had 1 or 2 responses to that last bit, and that is these. So the question stands, who will win? The cold, scaly, claw-gripped fists of justice? Or the heavy, hairy hand of a 20-foot S&M enthusiast? Here are some crazy predictions and rants about 5 things you probably missed during that trailer. A lot happened in that short amount of time, I know. I watched it several times, pausing things as I went to try to get a better look because it shoots by so quick. First thing I noticed was this. Look at it. From the initial mayhem, I think we are meant to believe that this is Godzilla. I know old Gzilla pretty well, and I can tell you that he doesn't have a red light on him. Not at all. See one? Anywhere? He hasn't accessorized since '92. I would have to say something is up right off the bat in this trailer. Everyone is leaning towards Kong and Zilla having a new enemy that they have to team up and fight. The being in question would have to make Godzilla pretty upset just by existing and have a thing for flashing red lights. Second off, Godzilla's behavior seems pretty off-kilter for the whole preview. We see him swim right through a battleship, when in previous iterations of this new Godzilla, we've seen him swim underneath them like a gentleman. Now he's just straight sawing through them like a hot knife into butter. I would imagine that would hurt a little, you know, ramming your spikes into something. Aren't they basically like big fingernails for them? Seems at the very least he has a newfound hatred for technology. Third thing on my list is when we see old Zilla charging up his blast here. Hey, wait just a minute. Is it just me, or does it look different from how he normally charges up? Yeah, something is definitely weird about him lighting up in a pattern, rather than the brighten to glow that we normally get when he charges up his radiation beam. What, did Godzilla switch to the energy efficient blast that stays warmed up in between explosions? Seems a bit techie for his taste, doesn't it? Next thing, we have this map that has all sorts of markings and notes attached to it. And you know what? I have a few notes myself for this map. First thing, Godzilla seems to be going a lot of places when normally he just sticks to a few common locations. Godzilla has a stomping ground, but he is on tour now? I want tickets to that. The destruction of LA, step right up. It really strikes me odd though, because it's like he's looking for something. He's not just going to his normal shores, killing his regular monsters. Something's throwing him off. What is it, Zilla? Come on, boy. You can tell me. I don't think it's where to find the best sushi. Also, Antarctica too? Is nowhere safe? What about the penguins? What could he possibly want to find in Antarctica? Secret ice base. But what is my favorite part of the map? They stuck the rubber lizard on South America. That's the best to me. I love that silliness. I play with toys too. There's a lot of info here, but the monarch is stumped. The last thing I gotta bring up is a little more obviously weird. Where the heck did Kong get that axe? What the heck? Does he have his own blacksmith? Are they just pumping him out of gorilla apparels? Are we to presume that it's some gift from the gods, or does Kong make weapons? Seems like a weird thing to introduce. Will he have battle armor next? Oh, and in the leaping scene, does anybody else feel like his axe is this weird lightning rod for Godzilla's nuclear breath? Because I kind of got that impression. That's exactly how it went. It kind of leads into the idea that it was a gift for him to stop Godzilla, because I mean, they're almost the same color blue if you look at them. And it does attract his nuclear breath. Because if he didn't have that axe, you would have to imagine that an enormous bipedal lizard with nuclear disintegration ray would be quite a challenge for an enormous ape. You know, they catch on fire and stuff, right? The hair. The messy hair that we share. So it would seem we have the groundwork for an epic battle on our hands. I have a really strong feeling I know who they will be fighting. I'm pretty up to date on my old school Godzilla lore. Like I said, kind of a big hero of mine, watching them grow up. I know who he does and don't like. I know his homies. If you aren't sure, watch this again and gather the clues, because I gave you quite a few for you to be able to figure out who they're fighting now. But if we are just pitting these two characters against each other, we know who will win. Don't we? Right? Yeah, we do. Go ahead and write your answer down in the comment. Tell me who would obviously win in this match. Who knows, maybe I'll even hop down there and argue with you a little bit. So write your answers and I'll see you guys next time. Critically yours, The Fox.